This is our living room. We have a step down from the foyer. So when we got the Shark XL vacuum with the dock, I didn't want to lose a third of the house to being able to clean. So I took some leftover flooring, attached the pieces together, and added a few blocks on hinges so that we could set it up for when we wanted to vacuum. Didn't want it to be out all the time, so whenever we go to clean, you can take it out from under the couch, so it's not out all the time. So it's a matter of taking it out, flipping it over, and the blocks for the feet slide in or fall out into place from the hinges. This is just an idea I came up with for our situation. Hopefully you'll get an idea of your own out of this and see that it can work with a ramp if you have this kind of setup. The blocks on the bottom and top I had to add because I noticed the Shark wouldn't enter the ramp at the right spot. So if you give it something to bump up against, it'll kind of push its way to the next spot and allow it to use the middle of the ramp instead. It does have sensors on it so it doesn't go over the edge. In the app you can schedule when to clean certain rooms. When you want to clean them, you can select or deselect them depending on which end of the house that you want to do. Unfortunately, this isn't an option in the scheduler. When you schedule it to clean, it'll just do pretty much the whole house. But if you want to send it to clean the living room and dining room, you can use the app to say, yeah, just do this. It does struggle a little bit whenever you send it to clean a certain room because it kind of tends to go back and forth, especially with the ramp situation, and it acts like it's confused. But the one thing I've noticed is if I don't pay close attention to it, it just kind of figures it out. And when you look at the history of what it's cleaned in the app, you can see that it does in fact clean everything. But it does take some learning to figure out how to map out your rooms, but it does a nice job of cleaning. It's almost like waiting for a pot of water to boil whenever you're trying to watch it to make sure it actually does what it's supposed to, because it doesn't seem to do it when you're watching. But the Shark vacuum, it does have some nice programming so that it does do more of a grid pattern or line by line. So it does a pretty efficient job on the rooms. Once it does use the ramp, there are some times where it doesn't use it well and other times where it just goes up and down it just fine. But this works really well for our situation. I really like this vacuum. It does a nice job for cleaning and takes away all the time that I would spend having to push a vacuum around myself. This is the only brand and model that I've tried, so I don't know how well other vacuums will work, but I assume it would be similar concepts where they can also handle the ramp if they have mapping technology, bumpers, etc. And hopefully if you have one and have a situation like this, that this video will help you figure out something similar. We did notice that the vacuum does kind of a better job whenever it's going shorter distances in a room. So originally when it was set up, it was facing kind of the long ways of the room and it wasn't doing as good a job. So we changed it to face the other way, and it goes back and forth in a much better pattern. The nice thing is the map, you kind of can let it figure things out, then delete the map and let it reanalyze the rooms again. So if you move it, you do have to set things back up all over again. But it doesn't take too long for it to figure things out. So it's a little bit of trial and error to figure out where the best location is to have the dock and to have it start from. But once we got things figured out, I'm very happy with how it works. And then when we're ready to be all finished, it's as simple as flipping it over, allowing it to collapse, and sliding it under the couch out of the way. Hope you enjoyed this video and it's helpful to other people. Have a great day.